Hi, I'm Ash, and I'm cutting in here because it is nearly spoopy season.
Spoopy season?
Yeah, spoopy.
Is that when you like...
It was a typo, so it's been going around as memes for years. So apparently in a shop, instead of putting spooky, they put spoopy. And it became like this really funny thing because obviously the spelling error, a typo.
Hilarious.
It is, it's funny. You should see all the memes. Anyway.
Sorry.
That was spoopy. So the reason I'm cutting in...
Creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. So the reason I'm cutting in here very quickly is...
Because you're always interrupting.
I adore Halloween season. Like, I love horrors. I love scary things. And even though I'm an absolute wimp, and the one time we watched a scary film, I had to make Dave go upstairs, turn all the lights on, check, and then stand outside the bathroom while I used it because I couldn't be alone. I love it. And so what I would love for you guys to do is fill the comments. I'm going to be up in the comments. I want you to recommend scary music. I want you to recommend scary things to react to. Just scary stuff that you guys have been creeped out about and absolutely will enjoy watching me getting freaked out and creeped out and enjoy myself at the same time. So please, I'll be up in the comments.
We get a couple of views on a couple of videos. They go pretty well, and now you're just taking over.
I just want more of like the scary stuff.
That's cool.
And it is the scary season, so
that's cool. I'm alright with that.
This is an opportunity for me to reach out to loads of people that I've never met and have got loads of really good suggestions. And yes, I'm going to be up in the comments, people. Do it.
It's nice for someone else to do an intro because I've done nearly 4,000 of them at the Office Blokes and almost 500 of them here.
I sang us a theme tune, remember?
Yeah.
We are a lovely bunch of YouTubers, deedly-dee. Here we are to entertain you. Office Bloke Dave. It was no Obi Dave. I am Ash, here to make you laugh. You love it. You just know I'm in a silly mood today.
You are. You're crackers today. You're off your chops. Anyway, have you heard of David Kushner?
No.
I'd never heard of this guy, and I got a recommendation when I first started doing the reactions over here to listen to one of his songs called Daylight. The lyric is something like, "'Cause I love it and I hate it at the same time."
Oh, I've heard.
It got huge in this
massive.
country.
Yeah, I've heard it on every TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, I think it's one of them that blew up from TikTok and then it ended up high up in the charts in this country.
Yeah.
I reacted to it knowing nothing about it, and I'm not sure it was in the charts yet or whatever, but it was. I really liked it. I really liked his voice.
Okay.
And it was kind of different. It's not poppy, considering how popular it was. It's not like a pop song. It was a bit more substance to it.
Right. Well, I'm intrigued because, like I said, I've never known who it was, but I've heard it loads of times on Instagram Reels.
Well, look, that it's there. 150 million views in 5 months. Wow. It's mad that songs can just do that nowadays off the back of social media and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's a solid tune. I did enjoy it. It's not massively my sort of music traditionally, but I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay.
But it's the only one of his songs I've ever heard. And he's released a new one 8 days ago now.
Sweet.
Called Dead Man. So I thought, let's check it out together.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah. So let's do it then. We'll do David Kushner, Dead Man.
You make me not feel like a man. Keep throwing stones for a while you can. I know myself and who I am. There's stories in these callous hands that not a soul will ever hear. I've only grown from the tears. I'm the dead man in this world, but baby, I've been here before. There's beauty hidden in the gold. Yeah, I'm the dead man in this world.
Got
Voice.
It's got like
What
really
an
versatile
unbelievable voice.
Yeah, like silky. Those lows are great.
It's not expected. Is that him as well?
Yeah, I think so.
It never ceases to surprise me with someone have such a powerful voice, be so slight of like build. You always expect someone to have a big voice, to have, you know, really big chest and really broad
like
shoulders.
Rag'n'Bone Man or
yeah, Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll, yeah.
Although
his voice doesn't sound like
it
should.
No, I suppose, but it's again. Anyway.
Yeah, got a great voice.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And he's just like Post Malone is actually another one as well. He's got that really low tone.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I've listened to him, but it's always been the heavily done studio, auto-tuned, which I'm not slagging off.
No.
Like, I've never heard him do. His voice doesn't compare to this.
I might be wrong. You know what I'm like with names and things. I get everybody confused. I'm the worst for it. But this guy is so good. And like some of the lyrics are amazing. Like I appreciate when he's talking about like there's stories in these callous hands that not a soul will know. He's saying like he's been through so much and he hides the tears. It's like this, like when he's saying he's a dead man in the war.
Yeah.
It's like he's obviously talking a lot about his suffering and his depression and the trials and tribulations he's been through. But no one's going to really understand.
Do you think it's a mental health themed song? Or do you think that's what he's talking about?
I don't know, because like when I think of a mental health themed song, I think of like NS, you know, when he's when he's talking about like, you know, like a mansion, like I'm trapped in this house and I've got all these rooms. Whereas I think about like, this is more like his journey through life and his discovery of himself and his acceptance of this is more like him and Ren, where they talk about it, but they're not specifically talking about the mental health. He's saying, I've struggled.
Yeah.
And he make reference to it. Like obviously Ren does the split personalities, whereas this guy's talking it like in a sense that it's somebody else who's suffering it, and there's all these stories that no one's going to know or understand. No one's going to really know the true him.
That's what made me think of it, was the calloused hands line that you just said. You know, that was like, that represents the suffering that could be internalised, you know, that other people don't know about.
Yeah.
That's what made me think of that.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, for me, it's the two different things.
Makes me feel old when you've got people that are like selling loads of songs and stuff, and you look at them and they look about 16 to me.
Don't.
Everyone looks young now, it's weird.
Don't.
Keep seeing people driving cars and I'm like, you're not old enough to drive a car.
Don't. I work with early 20-year-olds and they all talk about like, oh, that really old song. And then I go, what old song? And they say it and I'm like, mate, that was from my teenage years. That is not old. Please don't say that. People
are saying that Slipknot are now what's classed as dad rock.
Oh, don't.
You know, which is replacing like the old Motley Crues of the world and things.
A dead man in this war. Do you remember September? Do you remember September? You threw me back into the fire. I screamed while your smile was getting wider. Oh, demons and angels in my choir, singing about our desire that not a soul will ever hear. Oh, I've only from the tears. I'm the dead man in this war. But baby, I've been here before. There's beauty hidden in the core. Yeah, I'm the dead man in this war. September.
Sorry to pause again.
That's right.
I really appreciate that line he said. He was saying, I've been here before, but I've realised there's beauty in the gore. So it is like he's talking about, like he's saying, like the trials and tribulations of his life, and he's saying he's going through it again, but he's like, I've been here before, there is beauty in this pain and suffering.
Well, repetition makes things easier, and same goes for suffering, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you learn from it.
Yeah, that's why people say self-imposed suffering every day, like the cold baths and all that sort of stuff. you know, you start the day with suffering and it toughens you up for the rest of the day because I've already suffered.
Yeah.
And something shit happens and you go, I've already had something shit happen today.
That's it.
It's off.
Yeah.
That was a great song.
That was a really great song. Really beautifully done. I wonder what it means when he's like, obviously that it starts off that he's sort of in Western time, you know, like with the cowboys and he's prisoner and he's digging and everything. And then suddenly when he runs through that sandstorm and he's in the future, I wonder if that's him as like a metaphor for the hard times when he's a prisoner to then being released. He's saying, let me help me find my salvation, or let me find my salvation.
I think the whole thing happened in the context of him, his nid, well, his on his way to death in the car. So it's more like an Inception sort of moment, where he's in the car, falling, then he's in the Western world. You know, he's kind of transcended into that. Maybe all of that stuff represents the trials that he's been through, and actually the real him is in the car. And then the Western world, and then that futuristic thing behind him is everything that he's been through or going through.
I like that reference. I never thought of it like that, but I don't think Inception. I think like Vanilla Sky. Have you seen Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise?
So.
You haven't seen Vanilla Sky?
Remind me.
It's so hard to describe. It's such
is it post-apocalyptic?
No, it's like one of those films. Like I think it's Penelope Cruz. Is it
Penelope I like Penelope Cruz.
And it's definitely Tom Cruise, but. It's so hard to describe because it's like Inception, but one of the first Inceptions. It's from the 90s, and he goes off a bridge. I can't give away too much. You have to watch it. It's so hard to describe without giving away the storyline, because it's also a little bit like Memento, where you have to watch it to understand way to describe it. Like even like the trailers, you just don't get what's happening until you watch it. And I watched it over and over again, Vanilla Sky, and I get a different outcome every single time. It's like a very similar to
maybe we'll watch it later.
Yeah,
if we
great.
can find it somewhere.
Oh, it's a great film. Right. Absolutely brilliant.
That's the second song I've heard from him, and I like that. That's the sort of tune that I'm not personally going to seek out. You're not going to come down in the morning to me cooking listening to that necessarily.
No.
But that comes on in the car, I'm turning it up a bit and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's that sort of song for me. It's really well written, well produced, great voice. Not my style necessarily, but I appreciate it. I think it's a really good song.
See, I quite like that on a drive to work. At the moment, I'm getting bombarded with that Chase and Status Badadan every morning, and it's the same time every day. Radio 1, sort your life out, seriously, because that getting pumped up before work does not help. No. Does not help. That on the way to work would prepare me for the day.
In the rain, in the dark.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, it's definitely a melancholy sort of tune, isn't it? Thought-provoking.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Right then, let us know what you thought of that in the comments section. As always, make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
And get up in the comments for the spoopy season.
Spoopy season.
Spoopy season.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
Bye.